just an FYI, you should know that for vlogs, I will probably never have makeup on unless I'm doing other things that require makeup. But hello, welcome to my Smut Den vlog. This readathon actually starts tomorrow, but I decided I'm impatient and want to do my first spin today while I've got time, and I figured might as well just get started. I want to know what I'm reading. I don't like to wait. I'm an Aries. I don't like to wait. I am impatient sometimes. So I thought I would do my first spin today and maybe pick my book. So I have on my computer, do I not have it up anymore? Oh, there it is. We have the dark wheel. I am only going to be spinning the dark wheel this time because I want to read more dark romance. There is one thing on here that I will be skipping for sure, maybe two, but I thought I would go ahead and get my spin done. So I'm gonna just tap that. Fake dating, arranged marriage. I have no idea what is on my list for that, so let me go see what we're gonna do. Okay, I think I'm gonna go with the kind of the obvious choice, and that is Brutal Prince by what's the book is that called? Yes, Brutal Prince by Sophie Lark. This is a enemies to lovers arranged marriage mafia romance. And I know a lot of people enjoy this author, and this is an author that I have been wanting to try, specifically this book. So I guess we're gonna do it. It is a little bit longer than I was hoping to include in this readathon, so this might be the only book that I do read, but we'll see how it goes. You know, the good news is that Whatever-thon has a dark romance prompt, and I can just use anything that I was planning and move it into June if I only do get to this one book, because I don't actually know how much time I do have to work. So Thursday night, Friday night, maybe some of Saturday, but all of Sunday until the readathon ends, I should be able to read, but I just don't read fast enough to potentially finish the book, or more than just that book. But I'm gonna try. We'll see what happens. I have plenty of other options, and I will check in tomorrow, probably when the readathon starts. Hello, it is Thursday evening, which means the Smut Den is starting today. Kickoff sprints actually start in about an hour. As I've mentioned before, I am reading Brutal Prince by Sophie Lark. I've got ebook on my iPad. I've got the audiobook. It's actually only a 8-hour audiobook, so at 2 times speed it's like 4 hours. Depending on what my weekend looks like, we may actually get to read another book, which I'm kind of excited about. Also, my late night crew gear has arrived. It is 100 degrees outside, but I have a sweatshirt on. I've turned the air on and turned it down so that I'm not overwhelmed and overheated. But yeah, we've got about an hour to go until sprints, and I'm very excited about this. And yeah, we'll see how far I get tonight. I may do a quick update before I go to bed. I do have work tomorrow, so I will have to do that tomorrow, but then Saturday and part of Saturday for sure, maybe all of it, depends on things. Part of Saturday and all of Sunday until the readathon ends, I should be able to get things read. So I am very excited about this. I am very excited to spend 72 hours in the Smut Den. You will probably see me mostly at this angle the entire time, but yeah, so I'll let you know when I know more. All right, I have finished my first book for the Smut Den, which I will update on in the morning, but I do want to spin for my second book because we will have time for more than one. So let's do this. Ooh. Okay. Okay, there was a couple options for that, and I don't think I like them. So, I'm going to use, since this is probably my last book, I'm going to use one of my respins and see if I can get something that will work better for what I'm looking for. I think I have something I want, so I'm going to see if we can get it. Yes! This is the one I wanted. All right, book 2 is going to be The Never King by Nikki St. Crow. This is actually relatively short. It's less than 200 pages. So, it is 10:15. I'm probably going to go to bed, but I will do a Brutal Prince update and get started on this tomorrow. Hello, it is very early on Sunday morning of the last day of the 72 hours in the Smut Den. I think we've got about 10 hours left. What time did we start? I don't know. But just a little bit of a catch up. I did finish Brutal Prince by Sophie Lark. Everyone had said that they loved it, so I was really kind of not really sure where I was going to go in, but I really enjoyed it myself. Brutal Prince is the story of Callum and Ada from two rival mafia, what's the word I'm looking for? Crime families? I don't know. And then one thing happens and both of their fathers decide that they are going to get married, but they hate each other. They're literally trying to kill each other for part of this book. But it's their romance, and it was really good. I really liked the smut, which was the whole point of this readathon. And I'm actually, like, it's been a couple of days now since I finished that book, and I keep thinking about it a little bit, which means I will probably be reading book 2 at some point. Thankfully, they're all on Kindle Unlimited, so I have access to them. But yeah, that was a spin for the Dark Wheel. It was the prompt arranged marriage or fake dating. And yeah, I gave it 4 stars, and I really enjoyed it. I'm really excited I'm really glad that I was able to kind of use this readathon as an excuse to finally jump into this book that had been on my radar for a long time. Unexpectedly, I was actually able to at least start 2 books for this readathon. You'll probably have seen that I spun again and got Kidnapping Serial Killer. Then didn't like that one, and then respun for Reverse Harem. However, I have started my second book. It actually fixed both prompts. The book that I have started is The Never King by Nikki St. Crow. Cover here. And I've started it, I'm a little bit into it, so I don't know a ton of what's going on, but basically, when the daughters of this family turn 18, Peter Pan comes and kidnaps them. The main character, Winnie, doesn't understand why, so neither does the reader, but she's being kidnapped and brought to Neverland, but I'm also told this is Reverse Harem because there's lots of lost boys. So I'm really intrigued as where does this go. It's really short. It's under 200 pages, I think. So I have some filming to do today, but then I am planning to hopefully spend the rest of the day finishing this up, and seeing how I feel. This, if I like it, I am planning to put book 2 on my whatever-thon TBR. And yeah, I will let you know when I have more to update you on. Hello, it is way past the time where this readathon had ended, but I just realized that I never actually wrapped this up. So that's gonna be a quick kind of recap of what I read for 72 hours in the Smut Den. The first book I finished was Brutal Prince by Sophie Lark. This was for the fake dating arranged marriage prompt. Is a dark mafia romance. Enemies to lovers, arranged marriage between Ada and Callum, who are from rival mafia families who kind of cause some trouble, and the heads of their families, their fathers, force them to get married. But they hate each other. They try to kill each other. It was awesome. I really enjoyed it. By the end of it, I still kind of think about, even now that we're like a week out. I don't know. I really just enjoyed this. I gave this 4 stars. And I will be reading more of from the, what is this called? I don't remember the name of the series right now, but Brutal Birthright, is that correct? It might be. I don't know. Anyway, I finished this book, really enjoyed it. Will be reading the rest of the series. I'm really, really excited to continue on. The next 2 books that I read were The Never King and The Dark One by Nikki St. Crow. These are dark. This is a dark Peter Pan retelling. It is a reverse harem, and it was the surprise of the weekend. This series follows, well, this series starts with Winnie, who is a darling, and every time a darling reaches the age of 18, Peter Pan comes and kind of takes them away to Neverland. And when they come back after a few days, weeks, months, I think the time varies, they're usually a little bit mentally unstable. We have Winnie, whose mom had been taken to Neverland when she turned 18, has come back and she's described as schizophrenic, and she's not all there. And on her 18th birthday, despite a whole lot of attempts at delaying, Peter does show up and takes Winnie to Neverland, where she meets all the lost boys that are there. Peter is in search of his shadow and believes that the darling women have the key to it in their brain, in their memories. And there's a little bit of like a gang war going on between like Peter and Hook and a fae. The fae is also very filthy. My relationship with smut is strange, because sometimes I don't mind it, but it's usually there's a lot of it, or like certain situations where I'm just like, no thanks. This should have been one of those books, and for some reason it was not. It was really well written. It is dark. There are trigger warnings galore, so please check those out if you're interested in reading this. But despite all of those things, I gave both of these 4 stars. Really, really liked them. I bought them physically. They're on their way to me now. And book 3 comes out in the fall, I believe, so I will be getting that. And I'm excited about it because this ended on a huge cliffhanger. So even outside the romance, the plot is actually pretty good. I know I've heard some other people say this as well, but the biggest flaw for this is that the world building is a little lacking. A lot lacking. There's just so much going on, and they're not enough explained clearly to really just get a better sense of the world. It's super cool. It's just not properly explained, or explained well. But the rest of the plot is great. I'm excited for book 3, and yeah. So that is everything for this vlog. Comment down below and let me know if you participated in the Smut Den and what your favorite book that you read was. Mine was probably The Never King. And yeah, please hit the like button if you've liked this, and please hit the subscribe button so you will see more videos from me. I've got some really hopefully exciting things coming in the next couple of months, so I would love for you to check that out. And that's everything for this. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!